Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
If you don't use a very good stack of tools in Google Ads, you're already lost, especially in the age of automation and help. Whilst tools are overestimated, there are a certain number of tools you just cannot go without. And today I thought it might make sense for me to compile a list of my top Google Ads tools to get the best out of the platform. Let's dive right in. Hello and welcome back to Google Ads Unleashed. Hope everyone is doing fabulously this fine Monday. As I've already said, tools is the topic of the day because I actually just looked at my monthly bill of what kind of stuff we pay for, and also I have tested numerous tools in the past for Google Ads automation, for making things supposedly simpler. And to be honest, a lot of them are bogus. A lot of them are just chasing shiny objects. Hence why I've compiled a solid list of what my team and I use on a daily basis in order to dominate Google Ads. Let's dive right in. So the easiest one that we of course use every single day is ChatGPT AI, right? Some sort of AI tool. Why is it amazing? I don't have to say I've done several episodes of how we use ChatGPT. We use it to get ideas for ad copy, to smooth out ad copy. We do it for competition research. We do it for researching, for instance, the reviews of our competitors. We do it for CRO inspiration. We have an absolute huge suite of different ideas of how we use ChatGPT and language models. We use it even for audience research. Honestly, the list is endless. Our ChatGPT account is massive. We have lots and lots of different folders and projects for various different clients and for various different topics that we're currently working on. We would be lost without AI, and if you're not using it, then you're going to be left behind. We're going to be working quite a bit with AI in the near future in order to automate quite a few processes, from onboarding to offboarding to making sure that we're always on top of our performance. But I will likely drop additional episodes on that. The next tool that we can't go without, some of them are free, right? So you don't even have to pay for them, is a website called isearchfrom.com. We run a lot of ads abroad in the United States, in Germany, in France, everywhere. And we need to see how these ads look like from there. Now, naturally, you could just use a VPN, right? But there's a better and simpler solution, isearchfrom.com. With that, you can emulate a search from abroad, whether it's Timbuktu in Mali or whether it's South Africa, it doesn't really matter. You can actually see what the SERP looks like, and if your ads, for instance, show in shopping, search, how your ad extensions look like, do your ads make sense? Is it like all logical? What we've written up? Do the reviews show all that sort of stuff, right? So that's what we use isearchfrom.com from, and it's an amazing tool to check your ads. Then we use a number of feed tools. So naturally we use the Google and YouTube app quite regularly in Shopify, but it is one of our least used tools actually. If we do feed management, most of the time we actually use Simprocess. Simprocess is our feed tool of choice. Why is it amazing? It's simply much easier, especially for smaller catalogs, to actually optimize every single product and have a better editor system. It's also better for bulk optimization and has more flexibility of how to submit the feed. But more importantly, it also can submit, for instance, ads tracking to Google Ads. It can also do that for Bing, so for Microsoft Ads, and it can also generate a feed for the Microsoft Ads Merchant Center. That is why it's the superior tool. Simprocess also has an amazing feature that can now integrate with automated discounts. this is a game changer if you're running Google Ads, and I would highly recommend you switch to SimProcess or have a look at it if you have a smaller catalog and want to have ads management and feed management done right. By the way, I don't get paid for these, so this is literally just from my experience, my favorite tools. If we have several feeds in several languages, for instance, Shopify Markets, we've got one client who currently sells to 4 different markets with his website. We use Multi-Feeds by WoolyTech. Multi-Feeds by WoolyTech is an amazing tool that taps into, for instance, the stock levels of our clients. It also taps into the translations that are automatically made by DeepL, Verglot, or whatever you use to translate everything in the back end of your Shopify store, and it takes that information and automatically builds feeds in different languages, different Shopify item IDs, etc., etc. With that, you can super easily create multiple feeds in different languages and simply generate XML sheets and can submit those into Merchant Center. Super, super easy, and a super easy way to build multiple feeds in several languages. Then we also use a feed management tool very often for our clients with very, very large feeds. And our go-to in the market here is Data Feed Watch. We're big fans of Data Feed Watch. If you're listening to this, shout out to Data Feed Watch. We'd love to get involved with you guys. But we also don't hate Channable like this. That's one we very often work with. But Data Feed Watch is our preferred tool, simply because it can very easily import product data from Merchant Center, and in bulk you can make optimizations and generate a product feed which sort of override, or a subfeed which overrides sort of the main feed and adds additional information to the feed. Super, super helpful, and definitely a feed management tool that we would recommend to everyone. Then 2 Shopify apps for reviews are ones which we recommend all the time. One of them is Loox, Loox. Costs, I don't know, something like $25 a month, but it's super, super easy and natively integrates with Google, sends your product reviews directly to Merchant Center. We don't have to do anything. That's usually what we love, when we don't have to do anything. And Loox does all of the heavy lifting and actually then shows the product reviews under your product listings. The alternative that we quite like is Judge Me. Only drawback with that one, although it's a bit cheaper, you have to actually manually submit the feed into Merchant Center, which can be a faff sometimes, but it takes half an hour, so it's not so bad. So these 2 tools we really love, and that is why we use them on a regular basis and recommend them to our clients. The next tool that we very, very regularly use is Product Hero. We are official Product Hero partners. That's why I got like a lovely little, if you're watching this, you can see this lovely little reward here, Product Hero Silver Partners, soon to be Gold Partners, because they've built an amazing product that combines a CSS with actual amazing feed management data. And the core 2 features which we use there all of the time, besides the CSS of course, is their bulk optimization tool for product titles with Product Hero AI. So we can very easily generate a subfeed which then sends like better data and overwrites the main data within our main feed. We use this, for instance, for description optimization in bulk, product title optimization in bulk. We use it also to have better product types, product category, material, color, all that sort of stuff, and add that to our feeds. And as a result, we improve feeds quite easily with just a few prompts. Saves us a lot of time, does a better job sometimes. It's an amazing tool, and of course you also save 20% on every click de facto if you use the CSS. Another feature that they have is a product benchmarking tool. So within Merchant Center, of course, you've got this data as well, where Google suggests certain pricing to get more visibility and win more clicks. But Product Hero AI has this feature as well, and it gives you or data on which products are priced above the the industry benchmark, which are under, which are on benchmark. As a result, you can optimize your pricing. Super, super tool. Then the next one that we can't live without is Triple Whale. So a lot of our clients, of course, are on Shopify, the absolute most. The absolute most of them have Triple Whale, which is a business intelligence tool that combines third-party attribution, right? So it's third-party tracking through an independent pixel. And it combines business intelligence and oversight, gives us an idea, for instance, over lifetime value, which products generate which lifetime value, gives us an idea, for instance, about post-purchase survey data. It gives us all of the business's health indicators within one dashboard, MER, NCAC, blended ROAS of all channels, etc., etc. It's an amazing tool. We would be lost without it. There's some very good alternatives though. For instance, Admetrics is a very good one. I believe it's called Admetrics, pretty sure. I'm going to have a look now. Yes, Admetrics. Sorry, Admetrics is one. Very, very good marketing analytics tool. We also use GetClar very often. GetClar is also extremely good. We sometimes even use Hyros. Hyros is also good, but to be honest, one of my least favorite tools, just because it's quite bulky and it doesn't really visualize and present the data as well. So a tool that we really love using, and we love using a lot. So this is something that everyone should have a look at. Then the next tool that we use all the time is Google Ads and Microsoft Ads Editor. What a fucking time saver. If you are on the trot, if you need to do stuff in bulk, you have to use Microsoft or Google Ads Editor. There's no way around it. It's much easier to build new campaigns or to duplicate campaigns or to make bulk edits within your Google Ads account, and it's the tool to have if you are a Google Ads expert, or if you are working in e-commerce and generally with Google Ads and don't use Google Ads Editor, then what the fuck are you doing is the real question. Okay. Then the next tool that we use is 1Password, our password sharing tool within the business. Now, why do I bring this up specifically? Because we've got so many logins and different things. It just makes our life really easier with two-factor authentication, which is really important, especially, for instance, when you just want to increase budgets or do similar other things. You have to log in with a two-factor authentication, and 1Password does this really quickly with a passkey. So it just saves a lot of time and also removes bottlenecks in the organization. Then the next tool that we use all the time is Loom. Loom is just the best, right? We can very easily communicate with clients. We can communicate asynchronously with clients and with the team, and very easily record SOPs or share insights very, very easily. So this is a non-negotiable tool for us. Then one which has made the list, which I don't really use that often, but if I do, I make an account and then pay for a month subscription, is SpyFu. And we usually use that for some sort of competition analysis if we have to dig in really deep into the data of a competitor. We sometimes use SimilarWeb for this as well, right? So both tools are pretty good, but those are just ones which have made the list and which I highly recommend. And now lastly, one of the last tools that we use absolutely all the time. In fact, there's another one that just came to mind, which we use all the time as well. But the last two is Profit Metrics. So we are an official Profit Metrics partner for good reason, and we use Profit Metrics with all of our stores where we have a wild number of SKUs that all have different margins and where we have to track and optimize for profit. And Profit Metrics is the go-to tool for that. We love it. We use it all the time. So this is the tool that has made it into the arsenal of us, especially tackling larger SKU clients. And the last tool that we use with clients is Klaviyo, right? So Klaviyo has a free integration with Google Ads, so you can very easily send very well segmented data into Google Ads, your customer lists usually, and we usually send all of our purchasers, all of our customers, repeat purchases, abandoned baskets, etc., into Google Ads, and it helps us generate, for instance, seed lists, right, for lookalike segments, and of course exclude existing customers, and it also helps our smart bidding strategy. So to sum it up, ChatGPT, absolute no-brainer. iSearchFrom.com, perfect for looking up stuff abroad. Feed tools, we usually multi-feeds for multi-language setups. Symprocess otherwise is our go-to tool. We use Data Feed Watch for larger scale optimizations of feeds. For reviews, we use Looks and Judge Me. For CSS and for further feed optimization and title optimization in bulk, we use Product Hero. Triple Whale is our go-to third-party attribution system and business intelligence tool that we use with clients. Google Ads Editor, absolute no-brainer to do work offline. 1Password is 100% our password editing and password sharing tool. Loom for reporting, perfect, and for analysis and for asynchronous communication. SpyFu is what we use for competition analysis, sometimes for SimilarWeb as well. Profit metrics for POAS data and also for overall profitability of the business. And lastly, Klaviyo. Many thanks for listening. If you use none of them tools, need some help, and maybe want to learn more, have a chat with me. You can always reach me at jeremy@younganddigital.marketing. You can also send me a message on LinkedIn, Jeremy Young Google Ads. You'll find me there. We have some new coaching spots for Q4. If you are looking at Q4 and dreading what you're going to be doing with Google and need some help and one-to-one coaching, we have some spots available. It would be lush to have a chat with you. Also, we are in the final stages of hiring and are able to take new clients on board soon. So if you're an e-commerce store and looking for help, you are always welcome to reach out. This has been Jeremy Young from Google Ads Unleashed, your personal Google Ads expert, and I wish you a happy and successful week ahead.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. To connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. We'll see you next time.